Hey everybody, Jim Peterson here with your Tuesday morning workout. It is shoulders, biceps, triceps day today. Throwing some core. We're going to throw in some core with that guy too. So today we're going to follow up the same type of progression in our workout that we did yesterday. So we're going to do shoulder, either a piked shoulder press. So you're going to have your butt up in the air and you're going to be doing your shoulders like a hiked up push-up. Or if you can get your feet up against the wall, you're going to do a handstand push-up. Maybe that might be a little too much for you. Or like I do, I'll have my hands down on the floor and I'll put my feet up onto a chair and I'll get a lot of weight onto my shoulders, but I won't have all my body weight on there, because what we're going to be doing today is we're going to do 3 different progressions on each set of our shoulder, our bicep, and our tricep. So first, you need to get warmed up really good and get some good arm swings and everything like that going on here for your shoulders, okay? So spend plenty of time getting through some swings, to some push-ups on your knees. You're not going to really need to warm up your legs so much today with our workout, but you might as well. Before we get going, get on the floor, get me 100 bicycles, and then do a minute worth of scissors, your legs, scissoring back and forth. And so that should get your core warmed up nice and good. And then come back and we will do our shoulders. Our progression here is going to be, we're going to do slow eccentrics for our first set. Then we're going to do tempo contrasts. That's not what we did yesterday, but let's do what we did yesterday. Okay, we're going back. Okay, we're going to do slow eccentrics. We're going to do stato dynamic reps, and then we're going to do regressive range of motion. Okay, so our slow eccentrics is where on the negative part, the eccentric part of it, the motion, you're going to count to about a 10 count. So you're going to go really slow. Then you're going to go regular pace up. Really slow, regular pace up. So if I'm down here and I'm doing my shoulder press, I've got my hands out and I'm going really slow down, and then I'm going to go up. I'm going to go really slow down. I want you to get to 12 to 15 reps. So with that eccentric, make that length of that eccentric enough where you'll get to the 12 to 15 rep range, and you're going to be within 2 more reps of failure. So stop before you get to failure. Okay? Do a set, give yourself a minute rest, and then do a set of the stato dynamic, is where you're going to go down halfway and you're going to pause and you're going to hold that for hopefully 5 seconds. Try to get in the 5-second range. Then you're going to go all the way down. Then you're going to go back up, and halfway again you're going to pause and hold that for about 5 seconds, and then go to the top, and then keep going on each rep like that. So you're going to adjust the length of your iso hold as you're going. Okay, so start with 5 seconds, count 5 in your head, and go, and back, count 5 in your head, and go. And you're going to keep doing that. You're again trying to get around to the 12 to 15 rep range. If it's too hard, make it a little shorter on your holds, okay? You can grab your dog and do shoulder presses instead of this. Whatever works for you. Okay, so you might start with the 5-second hold in the middle of each eccentric and concentric movement on here. You might break it down to 3 seconds. You might end up with 1 second, but that's okay. I know they're hard in the first place. The name of the game is try to get close to failure, so muscle fatigue with your shoulders, and then give yourself a minute rest after that one. Then we're going to go to the regressive range of motion, And this one we're going to go to failure. So regressive range of motion, if you forgot, it's where you're going to go do you're going to do a nice and slow and controlled. Now at this point, it's going to be probably pretty difficult to get to 12 to 15 reps just doing them without stopping. So our regressive range of motion is where you go continuous movement. We're not doing any iso holds or anything like that during it. When you hit failure, so you get to hopefully around the 12 to 15 range, you are going to hit failure on this one. So you're going to have to control your tempo to get to failure at 12 to 15. If you go 16, 17, 18, okay, that's fine. But once you hit failure, so failure is basically, okay, pretend I'm down, I'm pushing myself up, I'm going back up. I can't go down, I fall on my face, okay? I can't do anymore. That's failure. You rest 10 seconds, you get back to the top, and you go halfway. And you keep going halfway, okay? So at 10 seconds, not even 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever transition it takes you to get your face off of the floor that you just fell onto because you went to failure, and you get yourself back up, and you go half. You're doing halvesies, okay? And you're going to do them nice and slow and controlled, and you're going to go to failure on those. Your failure, you're done. That's it. So you can do your shoulders. Then you're going to give yourself your 1 minute rest. You're going to do your triceps. You can do that same thing again, or same progression. We're going to go slow eccentrics. So I do them on my counter, which is right around what this guy's sitting on right now. So I'm pushing myself with my head under my counter. I'm trying to keep my elbows nice and tight to my head. So I'm doing them, and I love these because I can put as much pressure on my arms as I need to get me to that 12 to 15 rep range where I only have a couple left in me. And all I have to do is just push my feet back further, put more pressure going forward on my triceps. So nice and controlled, about a 2-second tempo eccentric, about a 2-second tempo concentric. You're just feeling it really good. You just feels good. Okay. All right. So that you're doing your triceps like that. So slow eccentric. You're going nice and slow. Right. There you go. You're going nice and slow, coming in, and you're going your normal pace out. So nice and slow, coming in, and you're going out. Try to count to 10 on these guys to start with on your first set for your eccentric. Adjust from there. If it's too hard, you know you're not going to get in your 12 reps. I want you to shorten it up. So instead of 10 seconds, maybe get down to 7, 5 seconds, whatever it takes. Again, stop before you hit failure. Okay. If you get 10, you get 10. That's fine. Okay. You're going to go to the next guy, which is going to be our stato dynamic reps. So after your minute rest, you're going to go halfway. You're going to hold it. You're going to go all the way down. You're going to go all the way back halfway. You're going to go up. Halfway, hold it, and down. Halfway, hold it, and up. Okay, this is going to be a great burner on your tricep. So do those. Rest a minute. Again, 12 to 15. Not going to failure. Feel like you have 2 more sets in you before you hit failure and stop there. Then, after your minute rest, we're going to our regressive range of motion again. By the time we get to biceps, you'll get these down pretty good. Okay, so again, a regressive range of motion is we're going to do a nice slow control, about a 2 to 3 second tempo with our extension. Okay. When you run out of juice and you're going to failure and you can't go again, get yourself geared back up. You're going to the top. So you're going halfway and you're going to go and put a lot of pressure on your tricep because you're going to try to only get maybe 5 or 6 or 7 more. and before you can't go anymore. You're going to failure, complete failure on your tricep. That's it, you're done with them. Then give yourself a minute and you're going to do your bicep curls. Now, if you guys, at this point you've got to have at least some milk jugs that you could fill with water or something like that. A gallon jug with water in it weighs about 7 or 8 pounds, okay? Which, in each hand, doing them this way, it might be enough weight for you to give you a good press on your bicep. Otherwise, you're holding a bar and doing basically kind of like a reverse, a chin-up type movement, which is great for your bicep. I showed you guys one point where I had the bar underneath my legs and I was doing bicep curls with that, and I was pulling my legs towards me when I was laying on the ground. That's another way to do them. There's a lot of different ways you could do a bicep curl. Get creative. Whatever you have at your house, I know you can do that. So again, we're going to go with our bicep curl, starting with the slow eccentrics, which is coming out, okay? So we're going out nice and slow, and then we're coming back in with a good tempo, about a 2-second tempo. And then you're going to try to count out to 10, and you're going to adjust these pretty quick probably if you've got some decent weight on you. If you're holding something and you're able to have some weight, you've got the big water jug or whatever around that you can actually hold and do a curl with, that gives you some weight. We'll keep your elbows tucked into the front of your sides right there. Arms will extend fully down, and then you can lean forward a little bit to try to get the squeeze at the top and keep that pressure on your biceps. Okay, so you got those guys. Slow eccentric. Start with 10-second eccentric, 2-second concentric. Make an adjustment from there, 12 to 15 reps. Don't go to failure. Make sure you have maybe 2 reps left before you hit failure. Give yourself the 1-minute rest. Coming back to our stato dynamic reps, which are awesome with biceps. So you're going to get back to the gym, you're going to do these all the time. I know it. Again, you bring it up halfway, hold it for about 5 seconds, count 5 in your head, bring it to the top, right back down, hold it for 5 seconds, bring it to the bottom. You don't have to stare at Reebok there. Bring it up, hold it for 5. Now, bring it to the top. Again, hold it 5 seconds, back down. So, with these, you might find that, okay, I'm not going to get to 12, so start quickening up that hold. Make it 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds. Make it 2 seconds instead of 5 seconds. Again, don't go to failure. If you get to 10 and you feel like you only have a couple left in you, then stop. Our range we want to try to hit around is 12 to 15. Give yourself that 1-minute rest. Then we're going to do the regressive range of motion where you're going to go to failure. Okay, so regressive range of motion. At this point, your biceps are pretty tired. You're going to go with nice, slow control. Maybe it might take you a 3-second, a 4-second, a 5-second tempo up and down, depending on whatever weight you have. We're trying to get to the 12 to 15 rep range, and that's failure. So we're going. We're going. Can't go anymore, my arms fall down. Get them up here. Squeeze. We're going about halfway. Squeeze. You're going to go to failure at the top half of your curl. And you're toast. Okay. Done with that guy. Then we're going to go on down. We're going to do our stretch. So we're going to hold our stretch at the bottom of our shoulders. So I am down here and my hands are on the floor, and I'm dropping my head to the floor, and my face plants on the floor, and then I come up about 2 inches, and I hold that guy. And you're going to hold that as long as you can for a total of 3 minutes. If you get 30 seconds, take a rest real quick and get right back to it. Take a rest real quick and get right back to it. Take a rest real quick, get right back to it. Whatever it takes you, 3 minutes. You're doing your shoulders, you're doing your tricep. So this needs to be somewhere where you can have as much pressure as you can on your tricep. Again, a couple inches here, and I'm just trying to hold it. And once I can't hold it anymore, I need to take about a 10-second rest, get right back to it, and hold it total of 3 minutes. So you're watching the clock on that guy. And your curls, your bicep decurls. Okay, so for my triceps, I was going from my eccentric, and I'm trying to go to my concentric. My bicep curl, I'm going from my eccentric to my concentric, so I'm just barely bending my elbows. I have a couple of inches, and I'm trying to hold that weight from dropping to the floor. So you're going to do that guy, and you're going to hold that as long as you can for 3 minutes total. Your arms should be toast by then. Now we need to get ourselves moving a little bit here. So the end of our workout, I want you guys hit the floor. You're going to do mountain climbers. So it's going to be a little pressure on your arms and your shoulders, which is good. That's what we're working on. They're all warmed up. They should be pretty toasty. So after our bicep holds, then we're going to our mountain climbers. I want you to do 4 sets for 1 minute. 1 minute and 4 sets of them. Take a 30-second rest. Go right back to it. So 1 minute, 30-second rest, 4 sets of them. Get done with those guys. Finish up like how we started. Get on your back. Do 100 bicycles. When you're done with your 100 bicycles, I want you to get down on the ground, face down. I want you to do some Supermans, basically Supermans, where, let's say I'm on the floor. I'm going to have my lower back raise me up off the ground. So I'm tightening up that guy. I want you to do about 10 to 15 of those. Just come up, squeeze it for a second, down. Come up, squeeze it for a second, do a second count in your head, and down. If they feel good, do some more. Do as many as you can, then if they feel good. Feels like you can keep going. That'll be good for our lower back here. And that'll be it. That's your workout for the day. So you got Tuesday taken care of. If you have any questions, any comments, go ahead and leave them on here. Instagram is Jimmy_Peets, at Jimmy_Peets. And I'll throw a couple of quick vids on Instagram here for a little link to the site here. Other than that, good job, you guys. We're at the gym. We're trying to get it ready. We're doing all kinds of work on it. We're cleaning all kinds of stuff up. It's going to look different when you get back there. So we're getting frustrated, just like you, that we're not open and able to go and work out and do everything that we want as well. So we're hanging in there. Just keep hanging in there, you guys. You're doing good. These movements, if you can take these and bring them into the gym with weights, you're just going to be that much better on everything, reaching your goals. So keep it up. Keep up the good work. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. All right.